A lot of players out there, they grind to get these badges to Hall of Fame. And I don't know what your definition of Hall of Fame is, but my definition of Hall of Fame means that it's the greatest. Hey, we back at it again. What's up, YouTube? You already know I'm AllCity with AllCityLiveTV.com, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we finna get into these badges because some of these badges do not deserve to be in the game, and I want to know what you guys think about which badges should make it over to NBA 2K22. I think some badges should be in the game, but they just need to be reworked, relooked at, remapped, recoded, whatever they need to do to make the badges function properly. Let's get into the badges and talk some more about them. We're gonna go through these joints really quickly just to kind of give you a glimpse of what we should be seeing in NBA 2K22, which badges should be removed, which badges should stay in the game. So let's start with the finishing badges. Right off rip, you see we got the Acrobat badge. Now, the Acrobat badge in previous versions of 2K was absolutely phenomenal. Players like Ticino were going crazy using the Acrobat badge, but as of late, the Acrobat badge is not nearly as dominant as it used to be. A lot of people don't even consider equipping the Acrobat badge, especially in NBA 2K21 for next gen, because it's not absolutely necessary. The only primary badges that you actually need on NBA 2K21 for next gen is Posterizer and Slithery. Everything else is extra, and that needs to stop. We need to make sure that every badge will be crucial to your gameplay. If you're going to equip a badge, it's not just like an added benefit, because there's some badges that are way more OP than other badges. So why is that the case? Why is one badge absolutely necessary and another badge is just like, put it on if I need it? It shouldn't be like that, and there should be a counter to every single badge. And in my opinion, these badges should not be changing from one iteration of 2K to the next. One year a badge is extremely dominant, the next year the same exact badge is completely changed and not even necessary. Don't even need to use it. So this is what's changing about 2K. 2K is actually changing the foundation of the game, and I think the foundation of the game, whether you base that off of just gameplay like attributes or you base that off of badges, they need to figure out what's going to serve as the foundation. That needs to remain the same throughout each iteration of 2K, should never change, and then decide which layers you're gonna change above that foundation. But right now we're getting the foundation slipped right from us, and then we're stuck with gameplay that just doesn't make any sense. The Back Down Punisher badge, another badge that used to be OP. We're talking about 2K19, 2K20. Post scorers are going absolutely insane using the Back Down Punisher badge. As of late, not too many post scorers out there. You don't see many people equipping or even using the Back Down Punisher badge. Again, when the foundation of the game changes, it eliminates player builds and their need for particular badges, and that's what's happened in NBA 2K21 for next gen. Should Back Down Punisher and should Acrobat make it into NBA 2K22? In my opinion, now the way the game is headed, the way the game was going considering NBA 2K21 for next gen, I don't necessarily think Back Down Punisher should make it in unless they intend to balance the game out. If they intend to balance the game out, allowing room for a lot of different play styles and a lot of different player builds, then maybe Back Down Punisher can make its way back in. But as of late, a badge like Back Down Punisher is no longer a viable option, and I don't think it's going to be a viable option for NBA 2K22 as well. A badge like Acrobat should be re-implemented into NBA 2K22, but they need to go into these badges in greater detail. They need to make sure that the animations that are tied into these badges work and function properly in gameplay. They need to make use of it. Whether we're triggering a badge, it shouldn't be guesswork. There needs to be more transparency. We need to know when to use this badge, when it's going to activate, how to activate a particular badge. It shouldn't be guesswork, like you're gonna go up, because people don't like the acrobat badge sometimes because it puts you in more layup animations, along with a few other badges like Giant Slayer will put you in more layup animations. Fearless Finisher, it seems to put you in more layup animations, or at least some players in the 2K community feel that way. That actually leads us to the Fearless Finisher badge. Would you guys like to see the Fearless Finisher badge make it into NBA 2K22? We all know that NBA 2K21 was extremely like dunk heavy. People were just going crazy with contact dunks. So why do we need a badge that improves the ability to convert contact layups when all you had to do was make your way to the basket and you could dunk on almost anybody out there? So it's ironic that they introduced this badge in NBA 2K21. Should it make it into NBA 2K22? I think it should make it into NBA 2K22, but again, a badge that needs to be reworked and re-implemented into NBA 2K22. The developers really need to go into this badge and figure out how to properly implement it into NBA 2K22. If it's not properly implemented, if it's not an absolute necessity, take it out. A lot of players out there, they grind to get these badges to Hall of Fame. And I don't know what your definition of Hall of Fame is, but my definition of Hall of Fame means that it's the greatest. You're the great, like you should perform the greatest. If you're gonna equip a layup badge on Hall of Fame, your layups should match up with the greatest players that are able to lay the ball up. You think of Kyrie Irving, Jamal Crawford, you should be able to lay the ball up accordingly if you're gonna equip a Hall of Fame layup badge, but that's not the case. We get these goofy layup animations where your player is just giving the ball to the defender and is getting swap blocked. Not that we see a lot of swap blocks in NBA 2K21, but this is very much the case that you're equipping Hall of Fame badges, but you're not playing like a Hall of Famer. And it's just limitations in 2K that they need to really go in there and say, hey, if we're gonna create something that says Hall of Fame, then it should equate to being the greatest, but it doesn't currently. Giant Slayer, should Giant Slayer make it into NBA 2K22? Giant Slayer, another badge that was once one of the greatest badges to equip. Now, nobody equips the Giant Slayer badge. Why is it in NBA 2K21? Should it make it into NBA 2K22? Highly doubtful. I don't think Giant Slayer should be in NBA 2K22. You guys let me know in the comment section below what you think about Giant Slayer and should it be in NBA 2K22, unless they plan to reincorporate point guards into NBA 2K22. Hopeful that we can see point guards once again instead of power forwards running the 1 to the 5 position. Hopefully we get some point guards out there and make good use of the Giant Slayer badge. If they do get point guards back into the game, then I would like to see Giant Slayer out there along with other layup badges. I think layup badges are great out there, but it should complement your gameplay. It shouldn't hurt your gameplay, which is why I think we should be triggering. There should be some control options to trigger these badges outside of just willy-nilly all like guesswork animations. We don't know which animation we're going to get. We should know how to trigger these badges and make good use of them. Heat Seeker, I'm not a big fan of like badges that increase your takeover. I'm not a huge super fan of that, but if they have to have a badge like Heat Seeker in the game, I get it. Highlight Film, another badge that boosts takeover after dunks. I don't think that's necessary. Get it out of here. You guys, I know for every badge that I say get out of here, you guys are probably like, well, I run that badge is OP. So I know some of you guys feel like that. It is what it is, and maybe a placebo effect, but I have never run into anyone on NBA 2K21 running the Highlight Film badge. And there isn't a lot of badges that are absolute. I got like hundreds of clips for NBA 2K21 on Next Gen, so I definitely didn't need the Highlight Film badge. The Lob City Finisher badge, another badge that went from having to equip it on Hall of Fame to dropping it down to silver, and I see like it's on its way out. It's not absolutely necessary. I don't know what's going on with 2K. 2K, you need to have a particular badge on to even complete or get a set of animations, and then the next 2K you just put it on a low level or not at all. You still get the same exact animations, and this is what we need to break down. They really need to break this down for the player out there. Do you need the badge or do you not need the badge? It should be black and white. Animations, if they're gonna put animations in one badge, there should be animations tied into every single badge, so that way we know what we're getting when we equip this badge. It's not guesswork on whether or not a badge is even functioning properly. The posterizer badge, hands down, we know posterizer needs to make it back into NBA 2K22. Everybody loves the posterizer badge. If you're trying to finish out there, especially with how OP contact dunks are in NBA 2K21, posterizer should be making its way back into NBA 2K22, and I'm sure you guys would love to see it as well. Pro Touch, get it out of here. Who's using the Pro Touch badge? We don't even see post scorers anymore because 2K changed up the foundation of the game, and now post scorers are not even a viable option for like a player build out there. So Pro Touch, not necessary. Get it out of here unless they intend to introduce that type of playing style once again. Then we could kind of reincorporate Pro Touch back into NBA 2K22. But as of right now, we already know nobody using Pro Touch, so get it out of here. Putback boss, I would love to see more putbacks. How come the AI is super goated with putting the ball back, but when I go out there, I have never been, don't get me wrong, I've seen players that I've run with use the putback boss badge, but I've never been good at it. I don't know, my brain is not like function, it's not wired to go press box when I'm like trying to get a rebound. It's always triangle to try to get a rebound, box out and hit triangle. I never thought of running in and pressing box, but although I have seen some players do it. I think the badge should be re-implemented back into NBA 2K22, but they need to make it more like, you need to because sometimes you could run in and press box and nothing will happen. Your player won't jump for the rebound, nothing. So I'd be thinking like, I don't want to sacrifice a rebound for a putback attempt that may not even happen. If you're gonna press box while you're going for the putback, it should happen all the time, every single time, so you can get an idea on how to adjust your timing for the putback. So that's what I feel about putback boss. They need to kind of go back into it, you know, change up some of the coding and make sure it functions properly before introducing it into NBA 2K22. Rise Up, another badge that's like left some people confused. Does it work? Does it not work? And I think the badges, like these badges here, need to be removed from the game. I like the concept. 2K comes up with some great concepts for badges, but they don't seem to implement these badges properly. Some badges are way more overpowered than others, and that should not be the case. What if someone just wants to dominate in the paint, similar to Shaq? You're not getting that animation in NBA 2K21. You're gonna have a guard, you're gonna be posting up on a guard, or you're gonna be trying to drive on a guard that's frail, small, 6'4", and you're 6'11", 7 foot, and the guard is gonna stop your drive. That's what we're experiencing in NBA 2K21 for next gen. The standing dunks are completely broken. You don't see them out there. Everything is about the drive into the paint, not the standing dunk. And again, that's another thing that 2K kind of needs to rework, relook at, and re-implement back into NBA 2K22. Slithery finisher goes without saying. Bring slithery finisher back. An absolutely overpowered badge, along with posterizer, probably the only two badges that you actually need at a high level. Everything else is just complimentary, but slithery finisher needs to come back into NBA 2K22. Teardropper, I don't know if you guys are OGs on 2K, but Teardropper used to be a goated badge to have. I used to love doing teardrops. It used to really offset the defense, especially with a game like NBA 2K21 on next gen that's so dunk heavy. Like, contact dunks are just so prominent in NBA 2K21 for next gen that teardrops would have been a great badge to equip to offset the defender who thinks you're going for a contact dunk. month. But unfortunately, again, another badge that was once great and now is no longer useful on NBA 2K21. But I think the devs need to go in there, rework it, remap it, and re-implement it back for NBA 2K22 and make sure it functions properly. I want to do teardrops. Come on, 2K, get us back into the teardrop game. So those are the finishing badges and the first part of this series on figuring out which badges should make their way into NBA 2K22. If you guys are looking for players to run with and want to be a part of a great gaming community, consider joining us on Discord. We have a great and lively gaming community in our Discord, pulling up on 4,000 members, and we would love to have you guys become a part of it. The link for Discord is going to be in the description below. Is also going to be the top pinned comment on this video. If you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this type of content, please consider subscribing, hitting that like button, and until next time, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all.